Teachers, this is Lisa Carter, and I'm going to walk you through strategies for Common Core, how you can log on. I want you to first go back to Zimbaloo, my page, and you'll find it on the very first row. It's about halfway across. It's the white button with blue letters that say Common Core. You would select that, and it'll take you to this login page. If you have not registered, you must register first. And here's the red lettered register. You select that, and then you would type in the district's registration code, which is unique to our district, and that's 16 Firehouse 81, and you submit that. Then I'm going to sign somebody up at the district office, but you would select your school. All the schools are there, so I'm going to select someone from the district office. I'm going to put in Dr. Goodman, and then put in her email address. Oops. Make sure you spell it correctly. And then submit. It's already registered, so I'm not going to be able to submit her. Let me pick someone else. I'll do Greta McAvoy. Okay. Now, the important thing here for you all to remember is that your email address is your username, and then here is your password that is significant or unique to you alone. So I'm going to write that down so I can share that with Greta. And then once you've done that, remember, make sure you write your password down, and then you can hit Get Started. And there you are. Now I want to walk you back through how you would sign on with your information. So I'm going to log out of that. I'm going to remove that and go back to Zimbaloo. Again, we find Common Core, strategies for Common Core right there. You're going to put your email address and then the password that was given to you, and then you're going to log in. Once you're there, you're going to come over to this spot right here that says Filter by Grade Level. You would use the drop-down box and select your grade. You would select whether you wanted to look at the math or the ELA standards. And then you would take this search button and search. And it will only bring up 7th grade math standards. Here's the standard number or reference number, what the standard is going to be focused on, the group and the benchmark, and then here's actually where you would, over here, is where you would log on, actually click that, and it will bring you to the lesson. This is one lesson for one standard, and there are no more lessons for that particular standard. It is this one alone. These lessons are based on the research of Robert Marzano's teaching strategies. And you will see, this is 7th grade. The teaching strategy is disposition monitoring. Gives you the standard name, the benchmark, the level of the new taxonomy of learning, what students need to know, what do students need to be able to do, the vocabulary that you would use, and instructional materials. Here's actually a link that you could download the instructional materials. This is a PD video. That means professional development. This is for you. This is not to show your students. It's for you to watch to make sure you have a complete understanding of the standard that you are teaching. Then if we scroll back up and come over, this tells us, again, Robert Marzano's research of teaching strategies, the effectiveness of the teaching strategy. Here, this is related to the RTI. We can do some tier 1, 2, and 3 interventions here. Now, this is not a comprehensive list of interventions. What it is a process for you to document. It tells you the things that they should know, and then where the gaps are for their learning. You can print this off for one student, write their name there, and just record all this information. And this would be related to Tier 1. You would go back, and if they did well, then you wouldn't need to go on to Tier 2. But if the student continues to struggle, then you would go to Tier 2. Again, if they do well and grasp the concept, you don't need to go any further. But if they struggle, you need to go on to Tier 3. There's a rubric here that the program offers you to make sure that they've gotten the content, and you can download this and print it for yourself. That is a very quick walkthrough on how to use strategies for Common Core. And if you're ready to find another lesson, then you would just go over here to where it says Return to Strategy List. Select that, and it goes back, and you can start over, and you can locate your standard that you want to find a lesson for. That is Strategies for Common Core. I'm going to log out, and this is what you will see, and you'll be able to log back in by just hitting log back in, and that is the login page. Again, we'll go back to my Zimbaloo page, and this is where it is. It's the top row, and from the right, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th tile from the right. Top row, 5th tile from the right. Strategies for Common Core.